Have you heard? Maine's Attorney General, Frey, is in the spotlight this week after addressing the lawsuit filed by the U.S. Department of Justice over transgender athletes in girls' sports. On Wednesday, Frey stood firm, defending the state's stance on allowing trans women to compete in women's athletics. There are no issues of safety, he stated, suggesting that the concerns raised over such policies were overstated. But as this legal battle intensifies, many are asking, what's really at stake here? The controversy began when State Representative Laurel Libby raised concerns after a trans athlete won a girls' pole vault competition. The athlete had previously competed in the boys' category, fueling debates about fairness and safety in sports. But Frey, backed by the Maine government, insists that the inclusion of trans athletes poses no danger. According to him, Maine has done its homework, reviewing any potential risks. There are no concerns, he said. We've worked through this, and there are no safety concerns. Yet, the matter is not as straightforward as it sounds. Safety concerns surfaced nationally after Peyton McNabb, a former high school volleyball player, suffered a concussion and permanent whiplash after being hit in the face by a volleyball from a trans athlete. The incident brought fresh attention to the issue, sparking heated debates over fairness in women's sports. Despite this, Frey argues that these incidents are rare. Maine has only 2 known trans athletes competing in girls' sports, and Frey claims that there's little reason to worry. His position is that the state is simply following the law, both federal and state, by ensuring trans girls can compete in sports that align with their gender identity. In the midst of all this, the U.S. Department of Justice is not backing down. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the lawsuit, claiming that Maine's policies violate federal anti-discrimination laws. According to Bondi, the state's actions are depriving female athletes of fair competition and exposing them to potential harm. By prioritizing gender identity over biological reality, the lawsuit states, Maine's policies are putting girls at a disadvantage. This legal clash boils down to a fundamental question: should gender identity be prioritized in sports, or should the biological distinctions between men and women dictate the rules? The federal government is pushing for changes, but Frey maintains that Maine is acting within its rights, adhering to both Title IX and the Maine Human Rights Act. As this battle continues, the implications are vast. Beyond the legal argument, the outcome could affect how schools across the country handle the inclusion of transgender athletes in competitive sports. Maine's case is not an isolated incident. It's part of a larger national conversation on how we balance inclusivity and fairness in athletics. The lawsuit remains unresolved, and both sides are digging in their heels. As this case heads to court, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will Maine hold its ground, or will the federal government force a change? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this is a conversation we'll all be following closely.